having you joining us again on Business Today. The sports business is unlike any other. Sports hold a huge prospect in Nigeria with an estimated population of over 200 million, a growing middle class and about 65% youth population. Nigerians' interest in sports is legendary. Aside that, sports have been a uniting factor in the country despite the ethnic, regional and political divides. Sports business is more about the actual business activities that make sports happen. That is, sponsoring a team, managing an athlete, selling TV rights, putting on an event, marketing on to fans. And so I say welcome to Business Today. I am Omoshiliola Adesori Ajayi. Today we shall be expanding conversation on business in sports. My guest will be here shortly. Please don't go. Glad to have you back. I have with me today a sports pundit and in several books, Mr. Olubunmi Akeshimola. You're welcome on Business Today.
Good morning, the pleasure so much.
Thank you, pleasure so much. All right, let's get the ball rolling. You know, African Cup of Nations will in less than 24 hours commence, and everyone is in the high spirit, to be part of these historic activities. So, how profitable is business in sports, vice versa?
Well, business in sports, or you use sports as a business, is profitable, highly profitable, and we're talking of even in the billions. So, when you're talking of FIFA, for instance, if it is handled properly, if the right professionals handle it, if you take the politicians out of it, let it be handled professionally. Let sport marketers use their training and their experience to handle it, then it is very, very profitable. And that's why you see organizations like FIFA, UEFA, and now CAF, they talk in terms of billions, in terms of sponsorship. For instance, when you have good marketing partners and you take them serious. As club size, when you have a very rich fan base and you respect them, I mean, you don't treat them anyhow. I mean, they probably will fall in over themselves to buy tickets, to buy rights, and even for some football clubs like Manchester United, they have a satellite TV. They buy the satellite TV and then key into the programming. And I mean, a lot of money will be rolling in. But it's also important that we should make it a private sector thing. That's why I mentioned the fact that professionalism is involved. Even if it's not paid salaries like we see all over the world, or even in a lot of African countries, it's probably
as in Europe, they take home as
add the gratuity to it, add the pension to it. A player can make it in a way. Now, the good question is, our season tickets, nobody will sit on your chair. Even if they make quite a lot of money in England, and your fans traveled, they paid hotel bills. You know what some of the clubs do? They say they will return their ticket money to the fans, that we didn't perform well today. Our fans, they travel to come and cheer us, to come and support us, but they went home with their tails between their legs. They went home sad. What do we do so that these fans continue to patronize us? They return or they refund their ticket money just to make the fans continue to support them. So the organization, they raise 44,000, and this of their ticket price ranges from £22. That's for minors, people who are below the age of 18, and also for adults, they are the more. It's about an average of they have a match against Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. Only 15 tickets have not been sold for that match. And I'm talking of organization. Organization also shows that they are already planning for their match against Tottenham Hotspur on May 11th. That's their last match this season. $192 tickets have not been sold. So the match that they will play on May 11 this year, they have already planned for it. People have already bought the ticket. They don't sell tickets at the stadium like we do here. You buy those things online. I saw those details online where you can purchase the ticket. So nobody goes to stadium in England to purchase ticket. So that's the organization, the planning that I'm talking about. So you can be sure that some people will buy this ticket. And as a matter of fact, the closer it even gets to the match, the more expensive the ticket becomes. So if you have a stadium that is sold out for Manchester United for every of their home game, you are talking of about £2.8 million at the minimum, £2.8 million for a match. If it's for the whole season, it's going to going by the number of outstanding tickets that we're talking about. That is just aside. The Old Trafford area, it's a business environment. They have shops, they have restaurants, they collect rents and all that. The side panels, advertising panels, I mean, big companies come, they pay for all those things. Their shirts, they do multi-million-dollar contracts. When Chevrolet did the business, I think it was going to like 6 billion or something like that, for over a period of 10 years. And then TV rights. Sky has just signed a contract for 6 billion because they transmit.
I think we're still going to talk more.
So I'm just talking of where the funds come in.
Okay.
For them to be able to pay those salaries. And then when Sky gets the right, they sublet it to countries like Nigeria through Super Sports. And so when you and I, when we pay for our subscription, if you want to get it, indirectly we are helping to pay the salaries of those players. But it takes a lot of organization for this to get it done. And that's why I say take government so that sentiments, politics don't begin to enter. It is a provision. So the money gets trickling in here and there in several ways and all that.
Okay, like you have rightly mentioned earlier, in the United States, Gulf and other continents.
In cash or in kind. Like UK, for instance, the UK they have secretaries. Is it secretaries or ministers in UK? Okay, US they have secretaries. So they have a minister of sports, a set of people that voted in him. Let him clearly handle the professional aspect of the football. Let the minister see to sports development. UK has just budgeted something like £25 million for community sports development now. And that's what they focus on. After the 2000 and I think the 2004 Olympics, they did very badly. So that's the job of the minister. The EPL runs professional football. There are probably, EPL is just a subsidiary of the English FA, which runs the FA Cup, which runs the English Football League and all that. So there's a sort of division of labor. And as it were, EPL contributes to the British economy 94,000 jobs. 94,000 jobs. So these are the statistics that need to make sense when we say we are running sports in Nigeria. How many people that the Nigerian Premier League actually employs? So they don't give money to professional sports. Professional sports raises they don't even have a second. Best athletes, they have 455 strong contingent. About 487 of the athletes pass through the NCAA system. Nigeria has benefited from it. Toby Amushon passed through the NCAA collegiate system. So now what they do is that they give them a lot of tax exemptions so that when they are building facilities, when they get loans, whatever you do with that loan, let me give an example. New York Giants, they are an American football team. They built a stadium. They finished it in 2009 at the cost of about 2.5 billion or thereabout, or 2.1 billion, just over 2 billion. Now, they give them tax exemptions worth $481 million to build that particular stadium. And so they have some of the best facilities in the world. They dominate the Olympics anytime. This year is another Olympics year. You don't need a prophet to tell you that the US will win that Olympics again. They hosted the World Cup in 1994. They are going to host again in 2026. And 80% of the facilities that they are going to use in 2026 are new facilities, not the one they used in 1994, because they keep on upgrading, they keep on building. And another thing is that, you know, when you have like a soccer system, a football system, they run it differently. Fans can pay £58 to come and watch a game. That's how much in Nigeria. That's like 58,000 naira in Nigeria to go and watch a game. So there is what you call a football stadium. It brings the fans closer to the pitch because there are no tracks. In Nigeria, we are even struggling to build a stadium, a multi-purpose stadium, and when we build it, we struggle to maintain it. So they have all this structure in place. Government only enhances it. Government does not micromanage sport. You can imagine how polarized the US political system is. And going to do that is going to be an issue of the Republican versus Democratic. So all those ones are out. Let the professionals handle it, and it, brings profit. What they do with 10 fingers is put
sports in care of private establishments.
For one, I will advocate, okay, let's have a 10-year pull out. It's not something that, okay, we should just withdraw. It's not like go talking or something like that. A 5-year plan, let every club use that 10-year period to prepare to win it. Sporting Lagos just came up, they are running privately, and you begin to ask, how are they bringing income in? Now, if you send a player to Europe, even if it is 50 in a whole year, but many of our clubs in Nigeria now are doing more than government-owned clubs. The government-owned clubs are just all about a sports system. So some clubs in England, if you mention Everton, if you say Fulham, if you mention Brighton, they may not really be able to win. Or miracle will happen like it happened to Leicester, like of Sporting Lagos. Okay, they may win the title. As a matter of Remo Stars, their title, Shegun Akelabi. Outside Nigeria, they bought it for $200 million. I won't be surprised if they use part of the funds to establish Sporting Lagos. But what again did he do? He bought 55% shares in a Danish Sporting Lagos, who will begin to raise a lot of noise that, hey, we don't have enough money in Ondo State, and then we are using Ondo State government money to go and buy shares in Europe. Remo Stars, they are also doing it. In fact, their owner. But we need to also run the youth football as it is. Don't let us put overhead. Don't let us do age fraud. Some of these young players, and that's the reason why the crux of the spine of our national team now, when you talk of the likes of Osimhen, when you talk of Victor Boniface, academies, and that they went to Europe from such private academies. The Nigerian Premier League is not so much sending players.
Cote d'Ivoire at a time when we were not sure of where to, watch it on TV. But it seems Super Sports and Star Times are now, we've gotten the rights and they are now right for broadcast. What's the take on this then? To now wrap it up, what is the way forward for business-minded personalities who want to use sports as a platform, to make money?
Okay, talking about the rights, I think Super Sports, they were not ready to spend a lot of money on the rights. I think they took it for granted that whatever money they brought, it will be collected. And that's probably because that was the first time they've had an issue with broadcasting the African foundations since 1992. They've always been like a broadcaster. Everybody has been watching it on Super Sports. So I guess they took it for granted. At times are trying to make it Nigeria. They got the rights for the Nigerian League, something that Super Sport also withdrew from. So Super Sport is more of, let's broadcast European football, Champions League, EPL, Serie A, La Liga. But StarTimes has stepped in for MPL now, and then they took the bulls by the horn also to step in for the African population. They brought the money, but I guess they didn't get the exclusive right. That would have been very, very expensive. So that's why Super Sports, when they saw that, oh, come on, this is bad business for us. From the DSTV to StarTimes, business for advertisement, for promos, and for all of that kind of thing. But as it were now, I mean, it will be widely broadcast all over Nigeria, because NTA Terrestrial, I want to believe, will also be running the show free to hear. There will also be live stream. I had somebody say, for as low as 300 naira, you can buy data to watch it on the phone, on your tablet, and all that. So CAF is making a killing as far as this Nations Cup is concerned. We read that they have deals with, I mean, a lot of major companies. As far as China, Sky is broadcasting in almost everywhere, and that's why they are able to pay the winners of the African Cup of Nations $7 million. The runners-up, I think, is 4.5 million. If you get to the quarterfinals, $1.3 million. So now, if the NFF can get even $1.3 million, which is like 1.3 billion, I mean, that's a lot of money. Government does not even need to give money to NFF. Even if we doing that, NFF does not outsource its marketing. There are secrecy surrounding all those kind of things. Unlike FIFA, you know how much FIFA is making. Go to Deloitte, go to Forbes, you will get information about how much FIFA is making from Coca-Cola, from Visa, from Adidas. That information is in the open. Last year, I think it was $2.5 billion that came to FIFA. Now, how much does NFF make in a year? We don't have that information. And as for those who want to make sports a business, but they need to start small. The field is wide. It could just be from marketers. You could approach Sunshine Stars and say, we want to be your marketers. I mean, for doing so, we'll bring in this amount. Okay, whatever we bring, let's just get 10% commission. You could be a player agent. Player agent means that you probably have to register with FIFA, write their exams, and God help you, you get a good player who goes to Europe. Even sort of royalties if you sign a good contract, and you could be the long-term manager, like they used to call some people in Europe super agent. You could be running online business, even for a club. Like I said, you could decide to approach Sunshine Star and say, okay, apart from all those things, let me begin to run your social media. Roma in Italy, they said they have the best social media in the world. And you know, social media, if you generate traffic, what does it do? There is income also from it. So
it's actually all I know. If I should leave you, you can go on and on and on. But because of our time, the last 30 minutes or thereabouts will be a standing conversation on business in sport. And thank you so much for being part of the program today. And that's the size of the show today. Next week is another time, God's willing. I am Omoshibiola Adesoye Ajayi. Do enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.